All right. Hello, everyone. How is everybody doing? Interesting day, huh? Hmm. Any news in the interesting news that anybody saw? Um, don't mind my eyes. I either got well, could I was cutting grass today. I was cutting down trees today, and I don't know if I got like a little wood chip in there, but like this eye is irritated like you would not believe. Um, yeah. So. Uh, I was very busy out and about today, but I definitely got something uh, in my eye. So I have not been crying about the verdict, just so you know. Anyway, uh, actually, beef and chicken. Why? Why are you? I'm in shock. I'm still in shock. I'm actually not at all, and and I will explain why. Everybody is obviously quite upset about this verdict, but no, it wasn't. It's not poison ivy, Dawn. I cut down some trees, and it's like I definitely have like I think it's like a wood chip. Yeah, I actually had laid down for an hour, and when I first woke up from laying down, it felt better. But all right, so why? So let's get into this. Okay, why is anybody surprised at all? You have New York State, basically New York City, right? Um, the prosecutor, why isn't she been charged with all the stuff that she's done, right? That's what I'm or the prosecuting attorney or district attorney. Why why is she not being charged, right? They are going to do anything that they possibly can to discredit Trump, to make sure Trump don't run. Now I'm sure tomorrow the liberal news media is going to go, well, even tonight I'm sure they're going bananas and they're jumping up and down and they're all happy, and oh, he's convicted. So I, and I so I had a conversation, and I won't even say with who, but I had this conversation. I said, okay, and it was, oh, yeah, yeah, Trump guilty, 34 felonies. Okay, all right. So where's Bill Clinton's conviction? Didn't he do the same thing, the exact same thing? He paid somebody $800,000 in hush money, right? Am I wrong when I say that? It has been proven, right, that he did that. See, so and this is what always kills me. This is the answer a lot of times what I'll get. Yeah, Paula Jones, exactly, Don Hill. Uh, he paid out $800,000 in hush money to her. Is he been charged? Is he sitting in jail? No, but because it's Trump, right? Because it's Trump, they're absolutely going to do whatever. So you got to understand, they know, and I say they, I mean the left, they know that Trump is going to win this election. So they are doing everything in their power possibly to discredit him, to make sure that he's not going to be the nominee, so that they can have another election. Now, I did watch. I will tell you guys, I I did watch Pinball Preparedness a little bit. I didn't get to watch his whole stream, but I did watch part of his stream. Vote for a felon, Carl S. says. Okay, so yeah, when you have a system, how many people? Let me ask you this, okay? And I'm not saying that they're all innocent. All everybody in prison is innocent. I'm not saying that, but how many people are sitting in prison? Um, how many people sitting in prison have been convicted wrongly? They're still sitting in prison, right? So, but it's just there's a double standard when you have a media, the mainstream media that is bought and paid for by the left. I mean, if let's remember, during the entirety of Trump's presidency, All they did was bash the crap out of him. And then you have, and I love this. This is one of my favorite things. I mean, because I watch this stuff, guys, and literally, you can't make this stuff up. You just can't make it up. Okay. So they say nothing negative about Joe Biden, right? Oh, he's still going to run. He'll appeal this. Yeah, hell is getting a drink. He'll appeal it. It's all designed to tie him up and all that type of stuff. It's craziness. But yeah, Pinball was pissed. Yeah, I would say that it's a fair assessment. I would say that that's a fair assessment. But again, why is anybody surprised? That's what my big thing is. Why is anybody surprised? Did you not know? Did you not see that this was going to happen? Right? Did you not see? I mean, I could see it coming a mile away. It's a game, folks. It is an absolute game, and they're going to do everything that they possibly can to not let him be the nominee because they know he's going to win. They know he's going to win. I mean, I was going to do a comparison real quick. So Trump fumbled over some words the other day or did something, right? And they went all bananas. The media's like, oh, look at this, look at this. He's incompetent. He shouldn't be running for president. We've had a president for the last 4 years that can't get out of his own way, that has to have somebody dressed up as the Easter Bunny. Remember this one? Dressed up as the Easter Bunny to redirect him away, right? And waving at the crowd. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Yeah, that was a Secret Service individual where they said, get him out of there. And so they had to redirect him. When they show the videos of him walking, the guys are going here, 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 and he just keeps on going. You know, you have an individual who is cognitively declined during the course of his presidency. There's absolutely no doubt. Okay. Anybody now? I'm not trying to say. I wonder if they would ding me for that as misinformation. Okay, I can rephrase that. Who allegedly looks like an individual who is in cognitive decline. How does that sound? Does that sound fair? I mean, but again, they don't say nothing bad about him. Falling down, stumbling over himself, can't get a sentence out, legible sentence, lots of confusion. And because Trump has one missed jump on it, which, again, we are also talking about, I want people to understand this, okay? My grandfather passed away at 77 years old. My father passed away at 85 years old. You don't get mentally stronger as you get older. Now I had another gentleman that I took care of, okay, that physically his body was falling apart around him, but mentally he was sharp as a tack. I would have conversations with him and he was unbelievably intelligent. Hey, Denise, all this is a huge eye opener for me and many others who naively trusted our justice system. We know too much now. Yeah, I mean, that you would think that the justice system is fair. I mean, that is being naive, Denise. I mean, but thank you so much for the statement, and thank you very much for the donation as well. So, but you have two elderly gentlemen that will, whoever ends up being the president, by the time if Trump got in there, he's not that much younger, you know what I mean, than Biden. So I knew they would find him guilty. Everyone was bought and paid for. Don Hill says, it's just it's a game. It's what it is. It's just a big old game. And it's the next thing, and they want people to be upset. They want you to be flipping out. Like I said, why I don't understand why anybody is surprised. I really don't, But law enforcement has apprehended an active shooter suspect at least 6 people were shot in Minneapolis, including 2 police officers, with one of the officers passing away. He was 20 years old. When was this? I didn't even see that. It's New York State, the little Soviet Union. New York State's a mess, guys. New York State's a mess. Why do you think I wanted to get out of there so badly? Realistically, I wanted to get out of there so badly. So, but it's just like I said, it'll be interesting to see what happens next. But they want you to flip out. They want you to, because if you flip out and then they can, go nuts and arrest. I'll be really surprised if Pinball doesn't get a strike for his live stream. I'll be real surprised. I'll be real surprised if they don't take his live stream down, and say that it's misinformation or whatever the case may be. But again, he has the right to have his opinion, okay? And I understand why he is upset. I'm just not surprised that this thing happened. I'm really not. And again, if they can somehow finagle it, and I do mean the left, okay, when I'm talking about they, so that he is not the nominee, you know, that's what they're going to do, so yeah, they're really going to start with censorship now. They think this gives them free reign. It's just the censorship is so bad on here, it's ridiculous. Anyway, I'll tell you how bad the censorship is, guys, okay? And I mean, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Now, a lot of times when I'll do a live stream, okay, they'll do limited monetization. So they'll say, then I'll have to ask for a review to say, is it bad or is it not bad? And a lot of times, 9 times, almost always they give it back. I've never really, but they wait, and that way it kills you. When you finish a live stream, like this live stream will finish, within the first hour, you're going to get a lot more views. And if they've limited your monetization, right, you don't make the money. Now, I can almost guarantee you, because of the title of this live stream, that that's exactly what's going to happen with this live stream. Okay. Almost guarantee it. Almost completely guarantee it's going to happen. And then I'll have to ask for the review, and then they'll possibly give it back. Okay. Whatever. It's going to be what it's going to be. I did a live stream Tuesday night for my hardcore members. All right. They did limited monetization on that. I have a very small group of people that are hardcore members on the channel. And I just, because I didn't go back and check, because it always is okay. And I just saw that, and I laughed so hard. you know. I think it's hilarious. So I obviously asked for the review. So we'll see if they give it back. But I'm like, anybody that was watching that, generally my live stream, their private live stream, was in the live stream. So, but yes, two big things happened today. They authorized attacking inside Russia, and NATO bombed the capital of Yemen. That I did not know that NATO did that. But I knew that they had authorized the use of American weapons by Ukraine inside of Russia. I did see that. So they're afraid of anyone who is open-minded and speaking the truth. Well, they don't like it. Yes, absolutely. But it's just it's insanity, folks. It's absolute complete insanity, and it's not going to change. Nothing's going to change. I mean, if you think they control every aspect of everything, do you think it's going to get better until something happens? What could that be, right? Where people finally say, I've had enough, and they do something about it. But then what happens then? Is that, I mean, it's just, how much are we going to take, and people are thinking that tonight's mass shooting in Minnesota is related to the verdict. Who knows? They'll say all kinds of stuff, but who knows? Most of the time, those mass shootings are done by people that are medicated. Again, do they talk about that? Right? Do they talk about that? I'm really curious the percentage of people and what they're taking. I would really love to read that information if they have a list of that. Of Rumble just kicked out of Brazil because they refuse to censor their members. So I recommend content like this better to use them. What? Just kicked out of Brazil. Oh, because they wouldn't censor their members. Oh, okay. That's weird, Josh. I hadn't heard that one either. But yeah, I'm very curious to see these mass shooters. And I love when so a mass states you shoot 3 people, that's a mass shooting. But people are going to do what they're going to do. If you don't think that there is an agenda, right? People talk about Agenda 21, right? Agenda 21, 15-minute cities, most of the land going back to forest and letting it be forest. They put that out there. There is a book about that, Agenda 21, that they put out. They got together, and the people that really run things, the ones that are really the ones in charge, not the people that we're like, oh, here's our leader of our country. You think he's the leader of your country? You're delusional. Okay, that's not the leader of the country. The people that are the leaders, real true leaders of this country, um, now it's 2030, 2050. Yeah. Oh, I have that book, Tracy said. Yep. But they have a game plan, folks. They have a game plan, you know, and a lot of people just go along to get along. I don't want to cause any problems. I'm just going to do what I'm told. But getting back to this, okay, you have a situation where you know now and they convicted him on 34 felonies. It's just Ed, I can hear you talking, but the picture is frozen. Base logic, sign out and then sign back in. Try doing that. Sign out and then sign back in. If anybody's having any issues, try doing that, and hopefully you should be okay. Oh, there's games on here too. I mean, that's YouTube. Who are they owned by? So what's the game plan, Ed? The game plan, Greg, is the same game plan it has been. All right, the same game plan it has been is with whatever time that we have to be as ready as we possibly can be. We have been going, getting things squared away here. Hey, Josh, Brazil and Ireland have introduced massive censorship laws in place. Rumble is the First Amendment rights platform, so YouTube should do this. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Thank you for that information. Oh, the censorship is unbelievable. And like I said, anybody that goes against what the establishment says, that's the problem. Anybody that wants you to think for yourselves, that's a problem because that's not part of the agenda. So they're going to do everything that they can do, shadow banning, unsubscribing people, all those type of things. They're going to do that. Now, listen, I'm not ever going to advocate violence, okay? I really not, because at the end of the day, um, what happens? Innocent people will die. That's what's going to happen. I mean, and unfortunately, do I think that that could be a possibility? I absolutely do think that that could be a possibility. But like I said, I will never advocate violence. If somebody comes to me with bad intentions, then bad intentions is what they're going to get. That's a whole different story. Okay, that's a whole different story. Because I will not comply. I'm not playing your game. You know, I look at the Constitution and I follow the Constitution. The Constitution says, shall not be infringed. Remember that, folks. Shall not be infringed. That doesn't mean, well, we just want to take this away and we just want to take that away. And you can only do this. And like New York State, okay? They want you to register your weapons, your rifles, right? If you got a pistol permit, you have to have everything on your pistol permit that you have. All right. Um, then you're limited in New York State to a 10-round magazine, but you're only allowed, notice how I say allowed, to have 7 bullets in that magazine at any one time. That's what you are allowed. Well, again, you know, I've been to West Virginia, Ed, nice state. I love it. I absolutely love it down here. So, but yeah, First Amendment is, yeah, is a top priority. Second, first and second top priority. Exactly. Free speech, being able to say what you want to say. Um, we should be allowed to say what we want to say. Is there a tremendous amount of censorship? Absolutely, yes, there is. Again, and this is just, and I have to laugh because, people get so caught up. Like I said, the left is going to be just going bananas tomorrow and today on the news. The talk shows tomorrow, they're going to be going bananas and say, "Oh, Orange Man bad," and blah 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 blah. And it's a game. It's a game. So as soon as you realize that it's a game, you're going to be in better shape. But again, I my advice is always going to be the same: prepare, prepare, prepare. Because if you don't think something's coming, okay, go ahead and don't do nothing and keep your rose colored glasses on and think everything's going to be beautiful and everything is going to be great. And you'll just, you go ahead and live with that. To me, I'm going to continue to get ready. I'm going to continue to try to mind my own businesses the best that I can. And when that time comes, we're going to do what we have to do. So we got 317 in the chat. We got 147 thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, please do so. Again, and thank you very much ahead of time. It really does make a big difference with the algorithm. So the more interaction, the better for the channel. Again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. And I thank you for that as well. So again, folks, the time is not to flip out and have crazy reactions, at this point in time. Should we all be disappointed with this conviction? Yeah, but should we be surprised? You shouldn't be surprised at all. You shouldn't be surprised at all because it was in New York State with a probably a biased jury. And but like I said again, the more prepared you are when that time comes, the better off you're going to be. And that would be my recommendation over anything else. The politic games is going to be the politic. What they end up doing with that situation, we're going to have to wait, but he will appeal. So there's be, in July, they're going to sentence him. No, it's going to go into appeal. They'll drag it out. They'll tie it up. He should get the nomination still. And he is the nominee at this point. So, it's just, like I said, this is all part of a game. It's just all part of a game. Jury and judge may have well worn Biden 2024 pins. Yeah, it's just, the whole thing I find amazing. And again, even Pinball's reaction. I mean, and I get it. Okay, I get it. I get that he's upset. Um, you know, but what do you expect from this system that we're in? Do you expect fairness? I mean, realistically, do you? Alex, he's not going. He's listen. Okay, I'm gonna make a prediction. Okay, I'm gonna make a prediction. Same thing I've told somebody else. Trump is gonna do as much time in prison as Hillary Clinton's gonna do in prison. Okay, they're gonna do the same amount of time. None. Okay, Trump ain't going to prison. Trump is not going to prison. This is so ridiculous. But it's unbelievable. I just I'm more amused honestly than anything else. I am surprised. Here's what I'm surprised at, to be honest with you. I'm surprised that so many people are so fired up and so upset about this, like this, they didn't see this coming. That's what I'm surprised at. That's what I'm surprised at, because you knew it was coming, right? They had that one going on. They had something going on trying to do in Georgia, and and all this type of stuff. They the system can do whatever it wants to do. Does it make it right or does it make it wrong? No, but they're going to do what they're going to do, and they don't want him in office. They're terrified of him being in office. You know, here's what I also find interesting. There was something I was gonna. I want to bring up a point of something while I'm thinking about it. Okay, this and I thought about that, and I'm going to ask you guys. I'm going to ask you guys, who do you think it's targeted against? Here's an interesting thing that I just had. So last year, one of the guys in my group was getting some work done. But I'll even say up in the Upper Meadow. Okay, so he had Western Union some money down here so that I could pay for what he wanted to have done. And so he had sent down like $2,200, and it cost him like $20 to send that money down. Now, uh, Danny, I had talked with Danny, that's the gravel guy, and he had said as of the first of the month, the price of stone is going up. Wow, another shock, right? Everything is going up. So the stone is going to be more expensive. So I had talked to Bud, and I said, hey, do you want it? Because I know he wants to get a load of Crusher Run to put in that area. They just got cleaned out. I said, did you want to try to get that now before then? And he said, yeah. He goes, I'll do like we did before. I'll Western Union the money down. And I said, okay. So then he sends me the thing, and he goes, I didn't send the money down. This is what they tried to charge him. Now, remember, last year, okay, let's talk about this a second. Because this is, I hope you guys find this interesting, because I do. So last year he sends down 2,200. It cost him $20 to send down $2,200. He was trying to send down $750, and they told him it would cost $120 to send down less than half of the money that he had sent down last year. Okay, that was last October. Yep, thank you. And that's Bud. So who do you? So now that's a 500% increase, folks. More than 500% increase in the cost to transfer money, right? To wire transfer money from one place to another. Who do you think? Who do you think that is targeted to? Because I can guarantee you, I know exactly who that's targeted to, and I will tell you what my assessment of that is in just a moment. But who do you think that's targeted against? That they would have that ridiculously incredible amount of transfer fee of money? The Google accountant. Very, very smart individual. It targets immigrants. Yes, it does. That's a very smart individual there. It targets immigrants because what a lot of these folks do, and I talked about this, folks. I've talked about this in the past. They come up here to work. They all 20 guys living in a house, right? Saving every nickel they possibly can, and they send it back down to South America from where they're from, right? And so, um, yeah, and they no, they don't send it to cartels. They do not send it to the cartels. They're sending it to their families, um, because they can live so much better down there. So if they work up here for a few years and send that money down there, and then their family has it, and then they go back and they can live like kings, okay? Because the cost of living is much, much cheaper down there. But that's what they do, okay? That's what they do. It's just, again, but that's absolutely targeted against them. In Australia, Trump represents peace and the best way of life in Western democracy. Well, I want you guys to think about this. When Trump was in office, okay, like him, dislike him, whatever. I don't care. Okay, I like the guy. I've said it before. Every one of these individuals has, their own, things or quirks that people like or don't like. Okay. But like them or dislike them, in the time that Trump was in office, no new wars were started. We didn't have anything like, oh, we're on the edge or the precipice of this, that, or the other thing. We didn't have any of that going on, right? It was actually relatively peaceful at that point in time, other than we still had the war in Afghanistan going on, but that was winding down, the whole 9 yards. And of course, right, the withdrawal was done under Biden's watch, but who did he blame it on? Well, it was Trump's plan. That's why it was a disaster. It was Trump's plan. Well, if it was a disaster, why would you use a former president's plan to do the withdrawal? That doesn't make any sense to me. You're the president now. You make the decisions, but they're always going to pass the buck when things don't go the way that they want it to go. All right. Under Biden, I mean, there's skits over, I think, was it Italy they were doing skits? Basically just mocking the crap out of Biden because he's a joke. They're not afraid of Biden. Internationally, they're not afraid of Biden. They're just not. Um, you know, and so, when you have, okay, so here's what I find interesting. And like I said, again, take it for what it is. So his son, Hunter, who's going through, they got the sweetheart deal. Then because the public outrage of that deal, it was withdrawn, and now he's still going through all that type of stuff. That individual, his art would sell for as much as it's selling for, whatever he's painting. Really? Do you think that might not be something else involved there? I'm not saying that there is, not saying that there isn't. But again, you got to pay attention to these things. When he's on the board of Burisma, making $1 million a year, I'm talking about Hunter, right? $1 million a year. What does he know about oil? Is he the oil expert, right? you know, I mean, but President Biden, when he was vice president of the United States under Obama, had gone over to Ukraine. Okay, guys, you got to remember the interview. I've seen the interview, and he's sitting there and he's got his legs crossed and he's all cocky and full of himself. And he said, I said to them, if you don't get rid of that prosecutor, you won't get that was $1 billion in arms or whatever that they were doing at that point in time, right? Uh, he's like, if you don't get rid of that prosecutor, because he was investigating Burisma and all that type of stuff for the corruption and everything. So if you don't get rid of him, you're not getting his arms. He goes, and lo and behold, what happened? He gets fired. He bragged openly about it. Has there been any kind of backlash for that? I mean, I want you guys to think about it. But a lot of stuff's going on. A lot of craziness. It's going to continue to get more crazy. Again, a lot of times things are going to happen that we are unaware of. There is a game afoot, and the biggest thing, I'm going to always caution you guys on this, okay? Remain calm. Because getting yourself all worked up, and getting yourself all upset, what can that do? Maybe give you a heart attack, a stroke, you know? Yeah, both sides are not great. Let's be serious. Absolutely, Peter. How many times have I said? How many times, Peter, have I said left and right, two sides of the same coin, right? Two wings of the same bird. At the end of the day, and I have said this many times, so this is not like the first time you guys are hearing it. At the end of the day, all these politicians give a crap about is taking care of the special interest groups that get them elected and their rich friends. They do not care about us, other than if they can make more restrictive laws against us, they will do it. And so, yeah, it's just, it's just a big game. It's a game. And it's always going to be, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to play the game? Are you not going to play the game? Like I said, I want peace, folks. That's what I want. I want peace. That's what I want. I want to live my life. I don't want to be bothered. Trump isn't a politician. No, you're right. He's not. He's not. It's one of the reasons that I liked him. He's brass. He's crass. He says it like says it like it is. He hurts people's feelings. Well, too bad. Give me a buck 90 a gallon for gas and have people having hurt feelings. I'm okay with that. You know, Look at what the prices of things have gone on in the last 4 years. Look at where gas is, and that's them bringing it down because they released more oil from the strategic oil reserve. Another million barrels was released to try to keep the prices down for Memorial Day weekend, right? You think they're going to go back up again? Wouldn't shock me. I mean, it really wouldn't shock me. So, oh, Trump is part of the elite. Peter, Trump is part of the. You see, this is one of the things that I don't think people understand. Before Trump became a Republican and ran as a Republican, who was he hanging out with? Do you remember? Oprah Winfrey was one of them, right? Sharpton, all those guys. They loved Trump. They thought Trump was the greatest thing going in the world. He was part of that group. He's part of the elite no matter what anyway, because he's a billionaire. So, you know, I just, yeah, the Clintons, he was hanging out with the Clintons, exactly. Yeah. So, it's all a game. All of it's a game, and when people can't see that, and again, at the end of the day, being elected, maybe it delays some things that they have in the books or their plans. Who knows? But, you know, I would be shocked if Biden won this election, especially uh, of how bad things have been under his watch. And I keep hearing, oh, the economy is booming and you listen to the mainstream news media, they'll tell you, the economy is booming, it's doing great, it's going gangbusters. Yeah, well, tell that to Red Lobster. Tell that to all these other stores, right, and restaurants that are closing. They're not closing because things are going gangbusters, folks. They're closing because people don't have the money to spend. That's why they're closing. So I still think he cares about people. He does not have to go through this. I think well, again, there's always their private agenda, but I do think he cares about the American citizens. I do. What he did in his administration, he tried to do the right thing, and of course, every remember when he tried to refill the strategic oil reserve and he was blocked by who? Who blocked him? The Democrats. All right. It doesn't matter, guys. Okay. It doesn't matter what politician's in office. If the other side can jam them up, that's exactly what they're going to do. And that's all they do. They all talk, they accomplish nothing, and they take more of our money at the end of the day. But the one thing they always seem to be able to do, is vote in raises for themselves. That's always goes through very smoothly. Why does there have to be? Okay. So here's another question I have. So you had this first bill that they were trying to get through, right? With all of the money for, Ukraine and all that type of stuff. They wanted all that. And then the money for Israel and, billions of dollars for both of them. And they were going to do so much for border security, right? It was like 20 billion for that or something like that. Well, then eventually, right? So that didn't go through. And then they blame, well, see, the Republicans aren't serious about border security, blah, 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 blah. And that's a joke coming from the Democrats after what's gone on this last umpteen number of years, right? Um, the other thing with that, which I think is ironic, when they did pass the bill through and they gave all that money to Ukraine and gave all that money, to Israel and earmarked another, 9 billion for humanitarian aid. Yeah, I'm sure it's all going towards that. I'm absolutely sure it's all going towards that. For Gaza. It's just, I don't know. And then there was nothing Nothing for border security. So, but yeah, it's crazy, folks. It's if it's buffering again, jump out and jump back in. So try doing that if you're having buffering issues. Like I said, it's a big game. At the end of the day, it really is. Um, so just to let you guys know ahead of time, I will not. Most likely, I'll put it like this: most likely, I will not be live streaming on Friday, and I probably won't be live streaming on Sunday. So just to put it out there ahead of time. And I don't know about next week yet. I'll have to, let everybody know. But most likely I will not be live streaming either Friday or Sunday. So, but again, just be smart, be calm, take care of your business. That's all you can do. Okay. Uh, being, you cannot be happy with all this. But again, I can't believe people um, are surprised by this verdict. I really am. It That's probably the biggest thing for me personally. I'm like, you're surprised that that happened. You had. I mean, let's put it like this: the prosecuting attorney there, right? The district attorney. I mean, isn't she facing charges? Or she will be facing charges for what she's done. You know what I mean? But probably not. Probably not. They'll probably sweep that under the carpet. I don't know, folks. All I know is whatever time that we have left wisely, we need to be smart about it. We need to take care of our business, and we're going to be okay if we do that. So that's the most important thing. But just, yes, Fanny. Yep. Yep. EV3 Dale. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, you really can't. So that's the biggest thing for me. It's like none of it surprises me anymore. None of it does. And like I said, I just take care of my business. Um, no, he's not. Nope. Because he has is he disqualified and removed from the election now? No, because he's going to appeal it. It's going to go from there. So, but that's just like I said, it's a big game, and it'll just keep going on, and the mainstream news media is going to have a field day, and the talk shows are going to have a field day, and they'll eat it up, and it is what it is. But excuse me. But again, um, I'm focusing on what I can control. I'll give you an example. I went out. Was it yesterday? Yesterday I went out and topped off all my gas. I had a couple, which always drives me nuts. I had a couple cans that were empty, and I'm like, nope, got to get them filled up. So topped off my gas, taking care of whatever I can take care of. Filled up an empty propane tank that I had. Just trying to be as ready as I can because when that shoe drops, and it's coming, it's coming, folks. Okay, when that shoe drops, I want to be as ready as I possibly can. That's what I want. So, yeah. He will pardon himself and all the people. Yeah. Well, you never know. You never know, Don. Yep. I wonder how many. Here's a question I have. Okay. I- yeah. Did Heather tell you, Sean, what I said about the gas? If she didn't yet, ask her what my solution to that was for the gas, Sean. Okay. because I told her what to do, and she said, "Oh, that's a good idea." And I said, "Yeah, that's a good idea." So so talk to her about that. But you guys do need to get it stockpiled back up. Just there's only one that you're going to need to do that with, Sean. Just one. So ask Heather. Ask Heather what I said of where to store the gas. Okay. But anyway, like I said, folks, I have been just locking things up, filling things up, making sure things are topped up, making sure that you know I got plenty of feed for the birds, I got plenty of food for her, you know, making sure that we're as ready as we can be. Again, I would highly recommend don't let your gas can or tanks in your vehicles go under a half a tank. As soon as you hit a half a tank, go fill them back up again. Okay, that would be my advice. Because when that time comes, we're all going to be like, "Holy crap! I didn't see that coming." And I honestly think that's how it'll go down. I honestly think that's how it'll go down. Oh, let's do this, guys. Let's go ahead and do egg count real quick, and we're going to do that. And and I'm gonna cut this off at 9 o'clock, just so you guys know. So I'm not gonna do all the other stuff. I'm not gonna do the shout outs and all that. Like I do after the top of the hour. But we're gonna do the egg count right now. So how many eggs today? And yes or no for Miss Betty White. So I'll give you guys a moment and get your guesses up there. But I'm gonna stop this stream at 9 o'clock, just so you guys know. But I'm tired. I'll tell you what. I had a very long day. Weather was perfect down here today, to be honest with you, to work outside. I don't think we were maybe 75 degrees today, light breeze, and perfect day to get things done. And so I was pretty much outside most of the day, and started out like I said. You'll see how in upcoming videos I dropped a bunch of trees today. Got them down. Did a lot of grass cutting, which is just time consuming. That's all that is just time consuming. Got the other two totes spray painted, got those done, and then started bucking up the trees that came down. So that eye's gotten worse since you've been on. Cold compress. Yeah, it's just irritated. When I sleep, it'll whatever's in there's something in there. I can feel it down under here. I can feel it. So um, it's a matter of just I've like rinsed my eye out a bunch, but it's just irritated right now. And when I lay like I said, I lay down for an hour, and it definitely felt better when I woke up, but it hadn't worked its way out. It'll whatever's in there will work its way out, but it's just going to take some time. No, it's not pink eye, JJ. No, I either got I honestly think I got like a wood chip or something in there. I think that's what it is, to be honest with you. So, but because like I said, I was chainsawing and doing all that, and so I had one tree, and you'll see in the video how it comes down. But the way it was twisted and the way that the tree was set, um, naturally would have fallen right on the dog kennel, right on the dog kennel. So I notched it in a way that it would, when it would fall, that it would twist this way and then go here. And it was like you'll hear me on the video when the tree goes down. I'm like woohoo! So, but yeah, it was. I was like so happy because it went exactly where I wanted it to go. The tree fell exactly where I wanted it to go. No, it's not pink eye, Sean. No, no. I'm telling you, I got something in my eye. That's what happened. I got something in my eye. So a warm, wet tea bag can work wonders. Yeah, it's just like I said, I just basically the best thing I could do is close my eyes for and let it go out. So, but get some bug eye goggles. They are screen mesh like Cody uses. Yeah, I know. It happens. It's not the first time it's happened. Probably won't be the last. So, oh, I didn't even give the winner. Let's. Oh, some. Did I? No, I did not. Okay. If you have the same guess, I'm sorry, guys. If you had the same guess as our winner, our multi-time winner, DJ, with 5 eggs today, and yes for Miss Betty White, then you are 100% correct. So congratulations to DJ once again. Probably the eighth or the ninth time that DJ has won. You've won absolutely nothing, but you are happy about it. So there you go. Oh my God, that is so funny. I completely forgot to tell you who. I saw the right answer. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, DJ won it again. That is so funny. All right. Anyhow, so there we go. Yeah, draw stuff out. Yeah, I wasn't meaning to. I haven't won recently. This is true, DJ. You hadn't won recently. He had a streak though. DJ did what, like 4 streams in a row. I think he was right on all of them. So, but yeah, the oh my God, this is so irritating. Sorry. Um, but yeah, again, guys, with everything that's going on, just don't get yourselves all upset. It's all part of the game. And like I said, just continue to prep, continue to get ready, because I do believe that that time is coming. I think it's a matter of when, not if, and we just have to be as ready as we can be and go from there. That's all we can do. And when we are, when it goes down, we just deal with it. That's basically how it's going to have to be. Um, yeah, invest in an eye wash station. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if it's scratch. It's just irritated right now. It feels like there's something in there. So that's the issue. So I may get some water again and like cup it and try to get my eye rinsed out if as much as I possibly can. But it could be scratched too, so it's irritated. But yeah, so it's fun. It's definitely fun. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream. Be safe, be smart. Don't get yourselves all worked up. Don't be surprised at anything that happens. To be honest with you, um, it's going to be what it's going to be, and all you can do is control what you can control. Remember that. That's important. Okay, calm is not. That's the key. Calm. So getting yourself worked up, it doesn't help anything. So anyway, please be safe out there, guys. Take care of what you can take care of. Be as ready as you possibly can be. Button up the things that you need to button up, and you're going to be okay. All right. And that's what I'm trying to do around here. Just trying to get things squared away that I need to get squared away, and then we go from there. So, but anyway, be safe, and I will see you all on the next live stream. I'm not 100% sure when it's going to be. So when I can, I will get on here and live stream. If I can't, then you won't see me. Okay, but I'm going to I'm going to leave those spots open for the live streams. And if I can get out and do it, I will. If I can't, then you won't see it on those particular days. All right. Be safe. I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.